Welcome to this class on building a church website. And by now, you should have seen the first video on um, introduction to building the website itself, at which point you should have created your website by now. Um, and I really hope that you've gotten that. Please, you can watch those videos more than once. That's why it's available for you to save. You can save those videos to your phone or you download them on the platform that you are accessing them from if you have access to that. But make sure that you are able to watch those videos more than once, especially if you don't get what we taught there in the first place. So in this second part of the class, I'll be talking about structuring key website pages. So I've attached this class notes onto the class so that you can have access to it and you can be able to read it over and over again and follow the instructions there. I'll be focusing my attention on this part that talks about the key basic website structure because we want to show those structures. I want to show creating them from week. So I won't be spending so much time here. What this part are about, this first part, is to explain what the pages are all about. All right. So first of all, let me start by explaining the difference between a page and a post. When you come to our website, for instance, in our ministry here, this is a page. I have to remove that address. Now, a page is usually a part of a website that is static. And static in what means? Or let me complete that definition first. A page is a part of a website that is static and does not require frequent updates. On the other hand, a post is a part of the website that requires frequent updates and very much frequent postings is required there. And the reason why I have to explain that at first is so you can clearly understand what we mean when we say page. Now, a page is that part of the website that you don't need to update every time. It's already there. The content there stays there. And it is like that. It is usually once in a while that you just come to a page and then you update one or two things. But a post or a blog, on the other hand, is a part of a website that requires constant posting, that requires constant, addition. New things has to be happening on your blog every now and then, but it is different from a page. So a page is more static. This part that you are now is the landing page of our ministry website. The content here have been here for as long as it's been a long time. In fact, there are things here that we are supposed to have edited and updated that I've not had the time to come back to it. For instance, this part that talks about the number of reach, I should have changed it, and updated it, and then some other one or two things like that that needs to be updated. However, a post page is different. This is our post page now. This is our blog page. We renamed it as Slice of Infinity. You can do that in weeks, and the reason is because we wanted our normal blog. You can see that the web address is reading /blog, but the name of the page, of that part of the website of that blog has been renamed as Slice of Infinity. That's just what we wanted to name it. So it shows all the blogs. Now you will notice that the frequency of post here. This is just 5 days ago. If you scroll down again, this was March 9th. If you scroll down again, this was March 2nd. So you will see that postings are going on here. This was 23rd of March. This was 17th of February. This was 23rd of February. This was 17th of February. So things are happening, posts are coming here every now and then. Whereas on the page, we seldom, edit it. All right. So how do you understand the key parts to edit and to be able to add as pages? So the first thing I want to explain is to let you understand. I mean, I've already explained the first thing, but as we go forward, is this: the basic website structure for every website, and that goes for your church too, are this um are this. The ones that are listed there are listed as basic, but they are even core basic among those basic. So there is home as a basic part of your website. Your home page is also called your landing page. So let me put that in the video. Or landing page. That is your welcome page. That's the first thing people see. And they say first impression lasts long, right? Okay. So your about, this sermon is not really a basic. So that's why I'm going to italicize it. Events is also not a basic. However, contact is a basic. So you're talking about home, about, contact. Those three pages are needed for your website before you even go live, before you start sharing the link. So normally, if you used the method that we used to create the website in the first video, your home page would have been ready, because that's the first thing that you will get. The first part of a website that is worked on is the home page everywhere, which is also called landing page. Your about is also very important. Then your contact. These two are also very important. Summons and events, but they are not core basic. I was trying to niche it down. Apart from basic, I still went down to core basic. All right. So now let's go to this page. Now, if you log into your Wix account, this is how your interface will look like, especially if you have more than one site, more than one website created on the same account. This is my Wix account. These are the websites that I have created inside that account. There are some other websites that I have created that are not in this my account, but all the websites for my different brands are all managed from my own account here. So now, and that is for my own convenience. Now, on each of them, there are two buttons there. In fact, more than two actually. There is this button, which if you hover your mouse on it and you stay a little, it will show the people that have access to it, the people and roles that have access to it. The same thing, this one doesn't have anybody that have access to it. That's why there is no button there. Same goes for this. Okay, this one has some people that have access to it. This one also has some people that have access to it. They're like admins. Those are the kind of people you call admin, right? So this one also has. Now, there's also this button that shows site action. From here, you can automatically do some things. You can rename the site. You can view the live site from here. View the live site means that it will open this front end part. Front end, don't forget, this is where everybody comes to. This is where your visitors come to. This is where this is where you can send everybody who wants to know about the website, know what the website is doing, learn what the website is about. This is their page, this landing page, which is also called live site from here. They call it live site here, but which you can also call it front end. That is the technical term. The front end, that's the part that everybody visits. Okay, then you can get feedbacks. You could transfer the site, from here maybe to another account. You could duplicate the site if you want a duplicate of it, and then you just want to use the same template for another organization, another ministry. You can move it to a different folder and you can delete it from there. That's why anyone who has access to your website details, your login details, can do and undo. You must keep your login details very safe. And if you have not set it, please ensure that you have set your two-step verification for your website. I mean, for your Wix account. And I would recommend that you use Google Authenticator installed on your mobile phone as your two-step verification. It is the safest, it is very good, and it removes the fear of what if somebody has access to your password. If somebody has access to your password, if they try to log in on a new device, it will request them for the two-step verification, which changes every minute on your app, and it just sits down there and keeps on doing this thing. So you can do that once you log into your account. You can just click here and click on account settings there and follow the prompt. In fact, let me just show you that one as a bonus. All right, so make sure that you set it, please. It's very important that you set your two-step verification. I'm saying this again, go and set your two-step verification. If you have not set it, go and set it now, because you don't want a compromise of your account. Like I've shown you, if anybody gets access to this place, they can delete your website completely, and you just notice that there is no site there again. All right. So this is how to just scroll all the way down until you get to two-step verification. This is it. You can see the one I am using is Authenticator app. That's the one that I am using. Okay. So please ensure that you set it, and I've shown you how to get there. Please just click on your account icon here and then select account setting. Now, something I want to really show, which is why I actually stayed here, are these two buttons here. There are two buttons here. You can click on select site. If you click select site, it will open the Wix back end. There are two back end that Wix gives you when you open account, when you open a website with them. Two back end. Number one is your Wix dashboard, where you can see things, you can do some activities there. You need it if you want to do certain activities. The second one is your editor dashboard, or call it editor backend. That is where you can move things around. You can create pages, you can add apps, you can do some more technical. That's where we do the core design of the website. If you want to restructure the whole website, change the pictures that are on the landing page, create a new page, you do that at the editor backend. Don't ever forget this. All right. Now you can go to the two from this part instead of waiting until you click on the sites, on the select site first, and then go to the editor. If all you want to do is actually editing, then you don't need to go through the Wix dashboard. Let me explain what I mean. Now, if you click on select site, I'm going to open the two of them in different. Oh, let me see if I can open them in different. Okay, it's not allowing me to open them. Okay, let me do this. Oh, fantastic. Now, when you click on, I clicked on edit site. Look at where it is taking me to: manage.wix.com/edit, Wix website editor. This is the core design backend of your website. Don't Anything you do in this place, all right, can literally rearrange the structure to your website. Things that have to do with pages, things that have to do with adding apps, things that have to do with design of the website itself, you do that at the editor backend. However, let's see what happens when I click on the normal select site here. You can see that it is not opening it in a new tab. It's loading your dashboard. You can see that it is different a little bit. Now you will see the way that one looks like, so you can understand what I'm talking about exactly. So they take time to load depending on your internet strength and all that, but the two places that it's trying to open are quite heavy actually. This editor part is heavier actually. The home part, you can see that the Wix dashboard is already opening. The editor has not even shown anything. That's how heavy it is. All right. So please understand the way these things are, and please make sure that you don't joke with what happens there. You don't joke around with what happens, and you also don't allow anyone to just access this editor part carelessly. They can unpublish your website. They can uh, they can put things around. They can disarrange things that you have arranged. This is one thing that is very good with Wix, is that it is a drag drop process. Drag drop meaning that it allows you to not use coding before you can achieve things. So you can just drag things, insert things as if you're working on PowerPoint and Microsoft Word, and then you can just hit the publish button and your site is there. Okay, so if anybody also has access to this place and they are careless and they are just moving things around and they click on publish, they will publish the wrong thing and it will stay like that there. So this is how the Wix dashboard looks like. It is still loading. It's still loading, and this is because of my own internet strength. It is not usually slow like this. This is my own internet strength showing us showing us deal today. All right. So, but please understand that it is it is uh, it is important that you know what is done on the tool. Now, for me too, it actually took me time before I knew that from that part that I showed you, I could move straight to the editor page instead of me going through the first part. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pause the video and allow the page to load fully, and then we're going to come back and continue what we're doing. So the editor back end has loaded now, and this also has loaded to the point of what I need. So we are going to continue now. So like I mentioned, please understand the two back ends again. Let me mention that again so that you will not forget ever. The back end for your Wix, which is called your Wix dashboard. This is where you control some specific tasks. But what you do at the two back ends are different. Your editor back end, what you do here is also different. Now, um, there is a lot to learn when it comes to Wix. So there's a lot to learn when it comes to Wix dashboard, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. It might take a little while for you to understand the whole Wix dashboard. Um, there are settings on it. These are platforms that are a lot of coding and programming. I mean, that was done. So you need time to learn it. But this introduction will help you to at least get your footings right and be able to know how to navigate things around. So now let's talk about the the Wix editor backend, which is actually where you can create pages. When you want to create pages, you do it here. One of the most basic things that you do here is when you want to write blog articles. This is where you write blog articles. Blog is here, and click overview and all that. If your blog is not showing here, it's most likely because you did not add it as an app, and it's not a difficult thing. Just come here and search for blog and then add it. It's very simple. Probably because you did not instruct the Wix AI when you were building that you want to be having blog section. So you can just always add it there. So to create pages, this is where you do it. If I'm on the front end of my site here, okay, that one needs to reload. If I'm on the front end here and I want to move this picture that is here, I want to move it from here, I want it to be here. I will do that. That is design. If I want to change the link that is embedded under this button, I want to change it, or I want to change the color of this to deep blue and change the text color to to white. That is design. I have to do that in the Wix editor. If I want to remove one of these pages, maybe we don't have one of these services again, and I want to remove it, that is in design. If I want to delete this button here, maybe I don't want it to be showing here again. Maybe I want to move it to be underneath these languages. That is design. Anything that has to do with moving things around, changing texts that are on the pages, you do all of that in the editor back end. And what we are doing now will also be done in the editor, right? Things like you want to move, things like you want to add a new page, you do all of that in the editor. Let me show you what I mean. This logo now, sorry, this is, I clicked on the quick edit. This logo now is a grouped item. You can group items too in a Wix backend. You can see that it's saying grouped. Let me click out again and click on it afresh. Now, if I want to move it from here and I want to move it to somewhere here, can you see what is happening? That's what we call drag and drop. This thing that I just did now, if it was a programming code that you are writing, you would have to write a code to instruct the system to take that thing from this edge and put it here. So, but with no code is drag and drop. Okay, so and then I can just click on do here to return that thing back to where I picked it from because I was just using that. So how do you add new pages? You click on home here or on the page section here and click on manage pages. That's how you add new pages. It will show all the pages that are in the website. There are some pages that are on the website that are not even showing on the front end. Can you see? This one now is part of the pages, but I didn't show it because maybe because I'm still working on it or something. These are some. Look at this page now. I didn't show it as well, probably because we are still working on it too. You know, look at this page too. I didn't show it. There are many pages here that I didn't show, probably because we're just working on them, and then I just redacted it, or sorry, I just hid them. So in the front end here, they won't even see it at all. But at the back end, it is very there. It's just that it is not visible. Okay, and some of them are not visible, but they are accessible. But I might have put links there that will access them because once I created them, they have been registered online as an existing page. Just that it is not visible in the front here. You cannot see them here, but it's possible that they exist. All right, so uh, now you just click on add. This is page button. This one that says add new page. This one that says add menu item. There are some other items. Look at this now. This is not a page. This thing that says gospel conference is not a page. It is a folder. So it is inside that folder that I now kept this page's theme. Then I put another section. This is a section icon. Okay, this is another section icon. This is a page. This is a section. I mean, this is a folder, and these are sections, 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 and sections. Why do we have sections here? If you go to this page, let me show you what I'm talking about by sections. Like I mentioned, there's a lot to learn when it comes to Wix dashboard. Is a continuous learning thing. So when it loads that page, you will see what I'm talking about by sections and sections. Now, please give it a few minutes. Like I said, my internet is really acting up today. It's really acting up today. Um, the the section that is attached is what we reference here. Now, one of the beautiful things about Wix, which I love a lot, which I think is also available in several other no-code platforms like Webflow, I believe, and several others, is that you can, when you are creating a page, you can arrange the content on that page into different sections and title and rename those sections or name those sections. Okay, you can title them and name them. What I mean is this: when look at this, all these things that you are seeing here, you can see that the page, these things themselves, the She Believes, Gospel Conference, Ministry and Initiatives, Resources, they are not clickable. Once you hover the mouse on them, it shows what is inside them, which are these things. So it is actually these items that are clickable. You see these ones that are here, they are merely folders. Now, when somebody comes here now and they see about TSB principles, TSB leaders, TSB facts, do you know somebody could assume that these are pages, that there are 4 pages under this folder, but they are not pages, it's just a single page. Now, how do I know that? When you click on about TSB and it opens the page. Now, everything that is here, TSB principles, TSB leaders, TSB facts, they are all sections inside the same page. So when somebody clicks them, the system just drags to that page. Can you see what happens? It just scrolls down itself to that section, and that's because I've instructed it that that's where I want the section button to be. And what do I mean by that? See what I mean? Can you see about TSB section? This is that section here. Another one, TSB principles. Look at it. Can you see TSB principles here? TSB principles under section. So I've only referenced them by creating a menu item, and I instructed it where that menu item should pick. If you can simply follow prompts, you can use Wix. It is not difficult at all. You just need to understand, okay, what do I want to do? What have I seen somewhere that I want to do? Okay, this is what I want to do. How do I do it? All right. You can basically achieve a whole lot of things here. Okay, so if you want to create a new page, you click on this and you create pages one by one. Now, when you click on add a new page, Wix already has templates. This is the template for about. You can pick it if you want. This is the template for services. If you want to use that to explain your church services. Now, please understand that you can, this service that is here, by default, it is built for businesses. It doesn't mean that you cannot use it to introduce your own church services, all right, as the things that you want to talk about. Okay, you definitely can. So you can use their template to make your work faster, especially until you get your hang of things and you can be able to move around yourself. It is this way that you create every new page, one after the other. And you can set the header, you can set the sections under it, you can set everything one after the other. Now, let me click one of the about sections here. I will just do one of the pages. You can replicate the same method for all the other pages that you want to create by yourself. So let's say I click on about now and I say add page. That's how you select any of their template. If you don't want to use their template, you can click blank page here, the one that was here. So give it a few minutes or few seconds and allow the system to create that page. Now, it is saying adding your page. Now, sometimes if you are using the free Wix account, it might give you a restriction and tell you that you have hit the limit of all the pages you can create. So you can delete some other pages that you are not using and update that one if you are using free account. Free account definitely has its restrictions. Okay. Then another interesting thing is this: when you create a new page like that, you see automatically the system will ask you what you want to name the page. Whatever you name the page here is what will show on the front end, on the menu, on the list of pages for your website. Whatever you name it. If you name it wrongly, you can always come back to this place. You have to come back to this place and click the button to edit it in the front. It should be in the front. Look at all these buttons that are here. So now I will just call this one about, then I'll put test since we are doing a test run. So once you click done, to change it, to update that name here. Now you can close this ribbon so that you can be able to see the page. Now, this is the header section of the about, this part here. This part here. Now, how do you rename a section? You can come to this place and rename the section to what you want. Maybe you want to call this uh, intro header. I'm sorry, intro about. So you can edit what is here. Now, you can as well add picture to this whole section. You can add a picture to this whole section by clicking change background. Don't forget, you must click that section first and select change background. When you select change background, it will open at this at this left, because it is here right now. And then you can select settings. If you want to put a color there, select color here. If you want to put an image at the background, select image. If you want to put a video at the background, select video and go and pick the videos that you want. Now, you'll notice that there is an ongoing video that is on this header. That is the way I did it. I simply changed the background of that section. You can see what this image is there. All right. And then I put text on it. I spaced the text and then I put a button here. And the button is responsive. You will see that when you put the mouse on it, it changes the fill color to white. When you remove your mouse, it changes the fill color to